Hello, all my horror fans. Welcome back to Hermione's Horror Reviews. On this channel, I do horror book hauls, horror book reviews of both digital and physical media, future horror audiobooks, and so much more. So, hold on. Okay. Sorry. Alright. So, this is my first reading wrap up for the realm of horror for the 27th of April. I'm gonna do these I'm gonna actually do these every Saturday, starting this coming Saturday. So yes, I have a lot to say. Now, I will try to make sure that I do these every Saturday, because I know that as I grow more horror fans, I will, of course, get comments. Alright, so how these are going to go is I'm definitely going to be repeating a lot of stuff that I talked about in previous videos, so please please bear with me. So I'm going to go ahead and go on Goodreads, because that's where I have my the horror books that I read. Alright. So, alright. Alright. So, the first one that's on the list, though that's not actually the first item that I finished, was Ghost Camera by Tracy Coates. Now, I have said this story before, so I'm not going to repeat it, but Tracy Coates does a great job with this book. You have basically a ghost camera, and then you have, like, at the end of it, you have a box of tapes that feel like that they're both equally long compared to, like, the ones in between, which was like Remains and the other ones. So I actually bought Ghost Camera as a digital edition or ebook edition this week, after I pay my gas electric bill and give Steven the money and get my shoes and stuff like that. I'm going to be ordering off of Barnes & Noble the physical edition of Ghost Camera, and I also have, I believe, one or two other horror books. So yeah, so I actually was actually reading Ghost Camera off of my Colorsoft, but then I decided to go ahead and buy it on my Nook, and yeah. So that is what I did, and I'm also I want to own all of Tracy Coates' books that are available either from Amazon or from Barnes & Noble, but her first two books, like the standalone ones, they are not available. So I don't know if she deleted them or what. So when that book arrives, it will join the other ones, but this time the spine will be showing, indicating that I have in fact finished it. Alright, moving on. I read the book Madhouse by Miguel. I can't pronounce it. That one was weird. That one was weird. It's about this 9-year-old boy who ends up running away from home because mommy and daddy can't get along, and he ends up getting kidnapped by this elderly lady and he wakes up shackled to a bed in this abandoned house. It is definitely different from anything I've read, and I think that is the point. I will not be buying Madhouse as a physical edition, but I will keep it on my Kindle as a digital edition. I may later on down the road want to read it, like, like for Halloween, because we're halfway there. We're halfway there. I gave it 5 stars on Goodreads. Then I read Black Fox, a indigenous, I always have a hard time pronouncing that, horror novel by Jack Moffat. I really did not like that book at all. I did not at all. I gave it 1 star on Goodreads. It just was not good. Then we have The Mind Reader by R.L. Stine. So The Mind Reader by R.L. Stine is basically about a girl who basically gets visions. Now this more goes into more like last week, because I did a reading wrap up on my main channel, but because this is my first wrap up for this one, I'm going to go ahead and include a couple of the horror books that I read. So it's The Mind Reader by R.L. Stine. I'm definitely collecting the Fear Street books because I really love them, and they're the books that got me interested in horror to begin in the first place. So that one I read, and that took me about 4 days to finish reading, because I think one day I didn't want to read it. Not saying that the book is bad. The book is absolutely great. But sometimes I don't feel like reading something like R.L. Stine. But in the end, I finished it within 4 days. I gave it 5 stars on Goodreads. Then we have the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. I am planning on to buy that book as a physical edition next month. That book was really, really good. It dealt with these women that have this book club, and there's this vampire that comes into town, and he's a dirty man. He's just dirty, and it's disgusting, but it's a good book, and I do highly recommend it. I have not yet had a bad Grady Hendrix book, but that's just me. I am currently also reading R.L. Stine's Goosebumps. I didn't start this book yesterday like I wanted to. I just woke up about 1:30 in the afternoon, and I ended up having to take a quick shower, rush to get clothes on, get out of there, and everything. So, I did not get through that book. I did not begin that book like I wanted to. I'm also continuing with 101 short stories by 101 authors. As I said in that one, I thought that it was going to be a straight up horror book, but it isn't. It is actually, just actually a collection of short stories from different genres. Let's see here. Tomorrow, I will be starting on my first Simon St. James book, which I don't have the title on me right now, but I am interested in reading Simon St. James. I don't really know if he's a horror author or a thriller author. I know that his book was in the horror slash, or it might have been the thriller. I don't really remember. But yeah, I'm going to start on that one, and then when I'm done with that book, then I'll see where it goes. But anyways, I had a great 2 weeks of reading. I thought that the books I chose were great. Um, this coming this coming Thursday, I'm going to be buying Truth or Dare by R.L. Stine. And yeah, so I will be ordering something from Barnes & Noble and something from Amazon. Okay, I will see you guys next time. Bye. And stay spooky.